Generative content is taking over the world, and SEO realm is no exception. But how can you excel in the organic search? Do you need to use specific AI tools or just rely on prompts in ChatGPT? In this video, I'll show you the current state-of-the-art SEO AI tool. By the end, you will understand how to seamlessly integrate generative AI into your SEO strategy. But first, let's clarify one thing. Can generative content be used for SEO purposes, or the search engines like Google and Bing will ignore it? About 30% of all the content that is currently generated on the internet is created by the automatic systems, not by humans. And this number is steadily growing. So I can confidently say that right now machines are already writing the internet. Search engines have adapted to this kind of content. Of course, your content must be valuable and unique, but essentially there is no issue here. You can use generated content for the SEO. I was thinking, how can I compare the ChatGPT functionality with the specified SEO AI tool? Let's take a common business task of writing a new blog post for your business. I'll attempt these tasks firstly using a specified AI SEO tool and then using ChatGPT with some specified prompts. Let's start with the first tool, the specific AI tool for SEO. Let's create a blog post about the AI SEO tool. This tool called WriterZen. It's an all-in-one solution for content creation. The main features of this tool is a research feature. You can research any topic that you want to create content on. Then you can find the best ideas using really strong keyword planner tool. And I'll show you how it works. And lastly, you can take this research and keywords and ask the AI inside this tool to write SEO optimized content and also check if this content is unique. It's an all-in-one solution for content creation. Let's start with the first tool. It's called Topic Discovery. What I did here is just type down the keyword SEO AI tools. It analyzes the search data from Google, and you can choose what language do you want to analyze on and what country do you want to analyze. So I chose English and the US. After that, it showed me the relevant information about this keyword from the search results. It showed me the volume, search volume on this keyword, the relevant keywords, showed me questions with this keyword that people ask on search. Basically lots on different topics connected to this keyword as well. It's a lot of information, as you can see. You can add different keywords directly to the lists of keywords. Like you can create as many as you need, just add in really easily right here. After you collected the keywords using this tool, the next tool I wanted to show is called Keyword Explorer. Basically, for any keyword, it can show you search results. You see first 10 websites on this keyword and the volume over the last months, how many times this keyword was typed in the search. Average CPC for this keyword. If you want to monetize this traffic, it's a good indicator for you to see if it is valuable or not. Shows you the dynamic of the volume month by month, show you the trend. I love it. You don't need to go to a separate window, go to Google Trend, analyze it. It's all in one place. It's very convenient. You also can get all the keywords with this keyword included. It's 115 keywords, as you see, and filter them as you wish. I like the most trending feature. If you push this button, it shows you which keywords are getting momentum in terms of the amount of traffic that is increasing rapidly. You see SEO writing AI and SEO writer. It's a growing trend. This tool shows it to you. For me, it's a good indication if what I think it's a common sense for this topic, and it shows me the results, and it's similar to my understanding of the topic. I think it's a good tool. I think it shows you that this information is relevant and it's correct. So I like it. Also, you can get some additional insights about these keywords, different questions which are asked with this keyword. What are the best AI tools, or will AI replace SEO? These are all the questions that people type with this keyword. It's all useful for the content strategy and for the content creation later. Let's continue. You can choose the keywords that are relevant to you here, and then you can push the button create the article, and this tool will create an article based on these keywords. So let's continue. I'll show you how it does it. So once again, there is another tool called Keyword Planner. Allows you to group these keywords based on different topics automatically. It can include all the relevant keywords into one article. For example, SEO writing AI. It shows that there are 3 keywords which are relevant to this phrase, and you can pick them all and use them in one new article that you are going to create. Here's the button which you can push, and basically it opens a window of briefing the AI what you want to do. So already done that. You can write a brief. What should be the content format of the blog post, like case study, or like just a comparison or FAQ on how to guide and so on. Writing tone, it's formal, informal, informative. Target audience, you can describe it. Outdoor perspective is how you want to present. Content angle as well. You can direct the AI. How do you think this topic should be described? And then you just push the create and it creates you the article. So let me show you how it will look like. This is the interface of content creator. It writes an article right here, right on the left side. On the right side, you have a lot of different tools. It shows you the outline of the article with different topics, H2 and bullet points. So it's all SEO optimized. It shows you the keywords which are included in this text, and you can check which keywords you want to include and don't want to include, and you can adjust it. And if some part of the text you like or don't like, you can highlight it, and you have different options of like write me more, like next sentences, write the next paragraph for this one, rewrite, and it easily just rewrites it. And you can replace, no problem. It also checks the competition right inside the content creator. I think it's very, very useful. So when it writes the content, it analyzes the first 20 articles on this topic in the search. So it knows how this topic has been described by your competitors. So it knows what works, what ranks better, what doesn't work. When it writes content for you, it already adjusts in everything, take into account all the best practices that are currently working, which is great. Then it writes an article for you. When you write it, you ask it, I want to rank this high or this low, this position. And it says, okay, in order for you to rank for this position, you need to have this amount of words. For example, here it says you need to 2,498 words in your article to rank number 1. And it only has 1,237 words. So it shows you need to add more content if you want to rank number 1. You decide, do you want to add more or you don't want to add more? It's up to you. But the tool shows you what you need to do. It shows how many headings do you need to have, how many paragraphs, how many images, etc. And also it shows you what questions people ask about this topic, and you can include the text inside this article which is answering these questions. Lastly, that I would show you, once you're done with an article and you're satisfied with the content and everything, you can check if there is a copy, if some of the content or all of the content which is generated here is plagiarized or not. It's important for the SEO that your content will be unique. So this tool shows you exactly that. You can push this button called Detail Report. It shows you that it found 2 articles on the web which are matched exactly with the text that is written here. So when you see that, like the first two sentences of the text are exactly the same, and the AI basically took them from these sources and it knows where it took them. So what you can do, it's easy, come back here, right? And rewrite these 2 sentences. So it's written. As you can see, this tool has a lot of different functionality to offer. It combines a few different tools like a research tool and keyword analytics tool and keyword management tool and content writing tool all in one place, with some specific tweaks designed for SEO. This task is done. Let's try to do the same task with ChatGPT. I'm using ChatGPT-4. Firstly, as you see, my main view of the chat is different than usual. It's because I'm using AI PRM. It's an extension which collects a lot of prompts which you can use for a specific task in the ChatGPT. What you need to do to use it, you need to install the extension. What I've done is I chose the topic of the SEO, and you see different prompts here that you could use. Let's start with keyword research. As you see, there are some prompts for keyword research. I entered the target keyword and it showed me top keyword, long tail keywords, some topics that we might use for writing content with this keyword included, search intent phrases, and it also wrote a blog post outline. This is not the level of research that you saw in previously in the tool. It's just an overview. You don't have any data about the keyword volumes from the search engine because ChatGPT doesn't have this data. It's completely different. So it's not as powerful. So I would say that this task you cannot do with ChatGPT. But what you can do is to enter some of the keywords collected from another tool and ask it to analyze them. What it did is pull out some data from another service and showed me the search volume for different keywords in the table view and gave me some additional information about them. But again, I think that Chat is not comfortable UI for dealing with tons of data, especially if you're talking about the keywords data. But I think this task is not transferable from one tool to this tool. So I would rate it as ChatGPT can do this task well. You would assume that ChatGPT can write a good SEO optimized content. But if you try to use specific prompts for SEO content, it writes an outline for the blog article and also writes some content as well. But if you read into the content, you'll see it's pretty generic. Nothing really stands out here. It says tool 1, tool 2. So you need to add some extra information into this content for it to be ready. If you want to change something in the middle, you have to specify it, copy and paste the text. It will rewrite all the content. So it takes a lot of time to write this way. And also I think you will need to copy this text into additional tool like Word to work with this text, because chat interface is not meant to be used as a text editor. So that's why it's not comfortable. It's not complete. You need to do a lot of work with this text additionally. I don't think it's really useful. Lastly, there are prompts for plagiarism check, and you can enter your text here and check it. And it says like undetected plagiarism. But again, as you saw from the previous tool, I checked the same text and it found 2 sources where the text was matching from the search results. And because ChatGPT doesn't have the direct connection to the web, it doesn't know it, it doesn't check it. So it shows you it's fine, but it's not fine. So again, doesn't work. Overall, I would say that ChatGPT as a tool is not really suitable for SEO tasks if you're working with it through the chat interface. Most of the professionals who use it for SEO use ChatGPT using the API to generate the data and get it back into their database. And then they iterate and work with this content a lot to make it suitable for SEO. So it can be used, but it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. You need to be really skilled. You need to set up the whole system for it to work. So generally, my conclusion is if you want to implement generative AI into your SEO process, I would suggest to use a specified AI tool, not a generic ChatGPT-like tool. Even with prompts, it doesn't help you. It just increases complexity and doesn't achieve the goal of creating the SEO optimized content. In conclusion, as you can see, there are several specific tasks that ChatGPT just cannot do. But in order to truly understand how generative AI is transforming different marketing disciplines, check out my video about the email marketing tools. While most tools don't live up to their promises, I found the ones that actually do. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.